Good evening, friends, and welcome to Fitness Talks with Anand on ISFS, that is ISST School of Fitness Sciences, and also this is in association with UHFF, that is United Health and Fitness Federation, the only registered federation of India for fitness industry. So, friends, today our guest is a very old friend of mine, and we had an opportunity to work together in the past. He is somebody who specializes with kids fitness as of now and has developed a wonderful curriculum for the same. So we'll get more details from him as he joins us. Also, till then, I want to say hello to all the viewers. Let's wait for some more guys to come on. Hey Sarthak, great you could join us today. If you missed the show, you can also watch it later on the YouTube. Just search for Fitness Talks with Anand, and there it will be. Great. So we have our guest. All right, we'll just wait for our guest to come in. Hey Raju, I am unable to send you the request. Uh, just check if you are following the ISFS page on Instagram. Great. All right. So I can do you. So we will have our guest online very soon. I've sent him the request, and as soon as he's there, I'll introduce and tell you more about him. Today we are going to talk more on fitness for kids. Right, Mr. Deb, I have sent you the request. You just need to accept it.
Lovely. Beautiful
Hello.
evening, Mr. Deb. Welcome to Fitness Talks with Anand.
Good evening. Thank you very much for calling me.
So, firstly, let me introduce all our viewers about you. Raju Deb is the CEO for Shape India. Shape India is India's first digital sports and physical education curriculum app. Awarded Best Edupreneur, Edtech, and Sportstech Enthusiast. He is also a physical educator, a fitness coach, and a former national level gymnast. He is also the co-founder and director for Insta-Fit, which is his new venture and a startup. Today, Mr. Dev, we are going to focus. All our viewers would like to know more about fitness with kids. So first, let's understand how did you, Mr. Deb, start your fitness journey? What inspired you to get into this industry?
One sec. So just to tell you about a little bit about my past, how I actually into that fitness and even the complete the sports sector.
Right.
So basically, I am from a village of Agartala, which is a state in northeast Tripura.
Okay.
So in my childhood, actually, I used to climb always, like the trees, and I used to play by climbing trees and on the one between the trees and all.
Wonderful.
So my parents have realized it that I am so much like that, so they put me into gymnastics.
Okay.
So since then, like whole the schooling, I have, I played nationals and for the state definitely.
Wow.
So throughout my education that we did in the schooling.
Wonderful.
And once I completed my boards, and then I realized that okay, in the sports that I was not actually going more than the nationals, so that realized let's make it take it into a profession, and let's study into sports and physical education.
Wonderful.
So then I have started, I have done my graduation, and then I have done my master's. So in the graduation stage, I have realized that I should go abroad, and I should do job in abroad, to take it to the next level, to learn more into physical education, what it is.
Correct.
So how it happened that by the time I was in master's, so I realized in the sports and physical education sector in India, there are tremendous opportunity, and there are tremendous gap that I have found when I in masters, when we actually study the international level physical educations, how exactly it implemented at the school level, at the foundation years level,
right.
at even the fitness level, how the fitness actually it's a route how it gone,
right.
okay, from starting at the physical education stage itself. So then I realized let's do something. Let's go and learn something into fitness.
Okay.
So then I actually dropped masters, and I started learning for the fitness, apart from the physical education in the fitness industry. So I wanted to learn and explore more on the fitness industry into that.
Yeah.
So I worked around 4 to 5 years into the fitness industry. And then finally, I realized that now is the time to do something own and fill the gaps that I have seen throughout my career, starting from being a gymnast, and then the education, and then the experiences at work. So I got to learn what it is, and because always the objective was to know what is the present scenario.
Right.
This was the objective I always carried from the start, that to know what is the present scenario, and then to do what to do for the future. So then I realized let's start up with. Then I founded my first venture was the Shape India, which stands for School Health and Physical Education. Is completely focused for the kids at the school level, starting at the elementary level itself.
Oh, so that's the meaning of Shape.
That's how it started, and then
okay, I didn't know the long form of Shape.
So it's School Health and Physical Education, actually.
Wonderful, I love that name.
So we made it the Shape India. So we made it the Shape India because we wanted to focus tremendously on India first. So that's why we started with this concept.
Okay.
And then definitely I still saw the gap in even fitness industry being into that. So I started with the Insta-Fit that we are launching.
Yeah. Lovely. That's wonderful.
On that side.
That's wonderful. And just starting your career from Agartala, having the interest of rock mountain climbing, going into gymnast, becoming a national level gymnast. And then that's such a wonderful journey, and it's been a pleasure being a part of your journey. So I've seen how you have progressed, and that's wonderful. Very proud of you. So Raju, I wanted to know more about Shape. I have read a few things about it. Authentically in schools, I have seen we had this PT subject where we used to play some sports and all of that. So Shape, a curriculum, that is something new. Please tell us more about this.
So yeah, Shape is Shape. So as you said, that the PT that you have seen, the physical training that you know, and it's a very interesting thing. So let me talk about the PT thing, how actually we are here in this. So how it happened that we all know, because we have seen in the education system, when we talk about education, because physical education is a part of education since decade. As soon as we have the formal education in India, we have the physical education along with it. So this is something what we have seen, that physical education, because physical education is the only education which is completely physical. Rest all other subjects that you learn by learning, by seeing it, by listening it.
Correct.
But physical education is something that you learn by doing
Correct.
it. So that is why no one knows exactly what is physical education is. No one have seen any program there. No one have seen the curriculum, what it should be and what it is. So the concern was that because of this gap, we all do the PT, and we all have seen that in the school we had a PT teacher. The teacher used to give a ball to the kids to play, and a few kids used to play and rest used to watch. So this was the scenario of PT. Which is actually, to say, like, there is no, One is the physical education, what is been designed by as an international standard, or let's say boards by the Indian board or Indian education system has been designed.
Right.
So here we are not talking about the system, how it is and how actually it has been how actually it's been designed as a system.
Right.
So we are talking about the implementation, what it was actually happening. So we actually, when we see the physical education at the school level that is there, which is mandatory, but actually the execution was not there
Correct.
in the school.
Correct.
So it is more about the value. It's more about the value. It's more about the, like understanding and knowledge about what
Right.
it is. So we have seen it that in the physical education space and during our studies, the physical education for elementary level is different, like how the education has been defined for every subject.
Right.
So physical education is also like that. Physical education has been designed for pre-primary level at other way around, like what are the objective of the physical education at that particular level, and then we have like for the elementary level, then we have middle school, then we have the higher grades. So what happened in this case? Because we do not know, parents do not know, and if we talk about the education system in India, we have seen, just to talk about a little bit on that. So in education system, if you look at it in India, earlier only rich class used to study and poor never used to study.
Correct.
Once the education become compulsory for all, or maybe available for all, then education became suddenly for everyone. That time there was no middle class. So that time what happened, the education is become a professional need for everyone, not the requirement for day-to-day life.
Right.
Education became a professional need. So when we see a child is going to the school, then we decide from, as we know that parents decide that my child is going to be a doctor, an engineer, or a scientist, or someone. And even we have seen it always when the child is small, the parents or the spouses ask, what do you want to be when they're child? So which was completely off track. Okay, so when we we talk about elementary education, when we talk about foundation years education, so it is all have been off track.
Okay.
If you see, because what happened is, just to give an example, when in MNCs or an established company hire an employee, there is an induction happens. The induction is for the employees to know about the culture, know about the what is there in the company. And then you proceed to do your next level, what you do have to do future. The same way, the education system has been developed, if we see, is for, we are a human race civilization. Education system has been developed for everyone to make them ready. What we are today is thousands years of generation, what we have achieved. That we are learning at the foundation years. But what has happened exactly? There was no link. Everyone just studied elementary level education only to get marks, so that they get a good mark in marks in boards, and then they get a better college, so that they can become get a better college and become, like their profession can be decided through that. So that was the objective starting. So whole time during this, if you look at the elementary education, is all have been off track. So which was very important. Now when it comes to physical education, because these all other subjects I am talking about is all subjects are completely visible. So everyone knows, all the stakeholders knows, be it the parent, be it a school, be it students, everyone knows what is happening. But the physical education space, no one knows what it is. And because there was no professional angle to it, because there is physical education, there is no profession in future. So everyone have just neglected this part. But very important part today, we see today, and there is another concern that we are into again, we are at a wrong track, where we see that the sports, every parent today want their child to be a sportsman through physical education, which is again an off track. Again, we have connected education to profession. So when we talk about, when a child actually cracks a good math problem, we don't say that our child has to be the child is a mathematician. So every learning is nothing to do with the profession. So similarly, the
Right, just wait for Mr. Deb to come back online. Due to this cloudy weather, sometimes the network goes a bit wrong. Something interesting that we are hearing right now about the education system and how it has been working till now. So I'm really interested to know more about this. Yeah, Mr. Deb, I've sent you the request.
Hello?
Yes, I
Am
can
I
hear
audible?
you. You're audible, but you're uh, yes, we're just waiting for your video to come in. So, friends, very interesting thing that we were talking about. You all must have had this PT, which is physical training, and in those sessions we used to play some kind of sports, and very rightly, as Mr. Dev said, that we were given a ball and then we used to play with it. So that's and I don't really recollect that I really got to I ever saw it as a career. But now, yes, you can make career through this, and that's what we are going to learn and hear from Mr. Dev. They have created this curriculum for schools and sports curriculum, physical education curriculum for schools, and how it is helping today's kids. So we'll hear more about it from Mr. Dev as soon as he joins us.
Hear you, I guess. Only your video is yet to come online.
Really, that's wonderful. I'm so happy that there is a curriculum in the schools today nowadays for physical education, and we are training our young
Kids, starting at the age of 3, to become have to have careers in physical education, to have careers in sports, develop their skills.
Hello, am I
That's something
audible?
very interesting I came across. Yes, Raju, you are audible, but your video is not yet come online.
Should we continue?
Yes, let's continue.
Okay, so this was what I was actually, let me finish this. So what
Yes.
happened that I was talking about today, if you look at the today's generation of the today's fitness, that if today's physical education, if you look at the school, and everyone,
Yes.
even every parent today is more interested into their child should be a sportsman, so that they want their child should learn a particular sports into physical education. But just to tell
Yeah.
about, just to give you a little bit briefing about the physical education is, physical education is a route. It is a route. Thus, if you look at it, the physical in the physical education standards and the guidelines, the physical education, the sports and its tournaments, which is one of the guidelines that has been given. But the
Right.
physical education, it's actually creating a foundation of the students at their foundation years. Okay, how to be fit, active, healthy throughout their lifetime. So the
Right.
whole curriculum is to be designed when the child grows, what the child should do throughout their life for fitness, to being fit.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
what has to be taught at the physical education subjects. So,
Right.
which is actually was not happening. So
Right. Very true.
this is what we had actually realized. There is so the objective of shape, the forming shape, was to give a right physical education curriculum, starting at the age appropriate curriculum, starting at the elementary and starting at the nursery, and which we call the pre-primary level itself. so that when the child grows, the proper mapping should happen, the proper learning should happen. It should not happen that a child is only learning one particular sport and the child doesn't know about the other sport. Or it's not only just sport, it's about fitness, it's about a knowledge. So when we see, and it's about a values that what we are taking it. When we have learned, the parents, how they taught us to, like take everyday bath, do brushing, do lot of etiquettes that we have learned with values. So those values remains throughout their life. If those these are just to be given, just like education, we have, you study and you get good marks, then you forget. Okay, which is so that if we look at it, the whole primary education or middle education is completely induction, being a human being. And once you complete that, then you choose, because then you know what we are and what you have to do. So this induction, there was a gap, there was a off track on the induction completely because of the professional, the more focus towards the profession. Same with the sports and physical education. The physical education today, the objective of SHAPE is giving a right physical education program to the child. But then the child, when the child grows, the child knows how they has to be physically fit and how they has to spend their life being healthy. So this is the core objective of physical education, not to make any sportsman. Sportsman is a by choice, like a profession. So this was the contradiction was always there, that actually the people doesn't know about, especially the stakeholders doesn't know about what they are doing in the physical education. So the objective of starting SHAPE was completed.
I think you've covered and you've got the right point, that being fit and healthy needs to be taught at that age, at the elementary level, at that young age. You need to, as we learn science, maths and all the other things, we also need to learn how to stay fit, healthy, and what to eat to stay fit and healthy, and how important is it. So that's such a wonderful initiative by you guys. That's so good. So you've also developed this app at SHAPE. Tell us more about the app.
Exactly. So when I started with SHAPE, the objective was completely giving the right physical education to the school.
Before going ahead, can we once again try disconnecting and reconnecting so that we can have your video?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, we'll try and see if we can get Mr. Deb's video. That is so important, really.
SHAPE has really captured the real point, teaching people to be healthy at that age. That is so important, and it was missing till now. Yes, Raju, we can go ahead, I guess. I think the video is having some problem. Yes, Irfan, there we are having some issue with the video. We are not able to get the visual for Mr. Deb. We are trying for it. We tried disconnecting and reconnecting a few times, but it's not working out. Anyways, Raju, I think we should go ahead. So, yes, tell us about the app.
So so this is like when we started with SHAPE India, the objective was completely to provide the right physical education curriculum to the school. So what we have taken the route was route was that there is already a physical education teacher. If you to tell you this, in India, because it is again linked to our profession, like the professional engagement. So in India, because of this gap, we do not have elementary physical education teachers and the courses. So today we see a teacher is working in schools for elementary level, those who are not actually qualified for them. So we have the teachers, those are qualified for middle school and definitely for for the higher grades. But for elementary level, there is no teacher who is the certified and qualified teachers. So we have taken that route first to address that elementary level. So the teaching, certifying and training the teachers, they are already there in the schools, and providing the curriculum to execute it. So
Right.
what we have
Right.
realized during this journey, so that's how we have actually done it for almost 2 to 3 years of this whole product or the whole service model. So we have realized it that because again the concern was again the same, because it is a physical education, the stakeholders doesn't know what exactly kids are doing. The stakeholders doesn't know what exactly is happening in, even if they're doing the programs, there is no transparency into that. So too, it was very important for the stakeholders to be a part of the whole process. So that is
So
why
when you
then we
say
have
stakeholders, you mean the parents of the kids,
and
the teachers?
parents as well as the schools. So when we talk
Okay,
about the
school
schools,
teachers, yeah.
if you look at the
Yeah.
school, the school management or the principals, they're the domain of the principal or the management. The sports is not the domain. So anyway, the schools are also dependent to the trainer. So the schools even doesn't know what exactly the physical education should be and how it should actually run. So
Right.
the stakeholders has to know about it, what is happening. So then we have developed complete digital content for the day-to-day programs the kids are doing. For the teachers, if you look at the teachers, even by looking at the written content, even teachers doesn't implement properly because there was some confusion written and execution. So we created those videos
Correct.
to make it easy for a teacher to view and execute, even access to the parents, where the parents can see what kids are learning at school on day-to-day basis, and even the schools to know, okay, what kids are doing. They are also the schools are also a part of this journey. So we
So you
have
actually
created this
created
application.
animated videos where
Exactly.
the teachers could learn from it and parents also could see the videos and see what the kids are doing.
Yes. So the interesting part here is, so if you look at it, because of the academic pressures, we do not have a lot of days. Being government is imposing, like is saying that the everyday physical education has to be there now. It is compulsory. So the
Right.
ideology wise, it is there even from the boards and even from the government. But at the end level, if we look at it, the implementation is the issue, because there are a lot of other things also. So what is happening? We have physical education today. And today, if we look at it, because of the academic pressure, we hardly able to do with every kids once or twice in a week. And when we talk about physical education as a whole, it is a vast subject. If
Right.
kids that do, as we know, even a sportsman has to do everyday practices, the same practices to reach to a level. And when it comes to physical education, you are even in sports education, we are covering all the fundamental sports where you have to do every day all the sports. And because
Right.
it is
Right.
once or twice in a week is happening in the school, it makes more important the parents to be a part of it. So at the foundation years itself, because the kids are every day at home, parents spends good time with the kids. So we are the first company who realized that the sports education home assignment should be there, where the kids should
Right.
play
Right.
with parent and learn more and practice those skills. So when the
Wow.
students are practicing actually in like in the school, they are doing the introduction of every activities, because you cannot repeat similar activities every day because you have to cover the curriculum. And kids can practice with
Correct.
parent the same activities. We made it so simple, the videos, so that parents can see and execute with the kids. And another ideology that we have,
Okay.
we don't want kids to be a part of the screen. They should not use the screen. So the content has been developed for the trainers and the parents to see and execute with the kids. And apart from that, we have
Lovely.
a lot of
So
other
homework
features
for
like
physical education subject. That's
exactly.
something new that we've heard. Homework.
So
Nice.
So just to tell you this, this is most necessary if you look at it, because in the academic other subjects, the child might not take it for the long term when the parents are
Right.
anyway involved. But physical education
Right.
is something which is going to be, which will be a need for complete well-being of their whole lifetime. So parents
Correct. Correct.
are more needed to be a part of this whole process, because parents are
Right.
who the children are. They believe more. They learn from the parents. And in fact, if you
Right.
look at today's education nowadays, kids are studying from the screens. There is less
Right.
engagement even with the parents and the kids. So with the
Correct.
sports, kids always wants to play with parents. So it will be a great
Right.
engagement, and kids can learn more by practicing those all skills. So the idea is making it digital and making it, reaching it to the all stakeholders, and also creating some other features like the social media, where there is some more motivations can come among the school students. So there is we have thought of the social media into it, so that they can share the pictures and videos in the platform, so that it creates traction into that. So that's the concept we have later on built actually.
That is a great concept, and thank you for coming up with something like this. Thank you for climbing mountains in Agartala so that your parents realize that you become a gymnast, and from there coming and developing something to have such a wonderful knowledge given to kids at that early stage, which is so important. You have really changed the way fitness, the kids will be thinking about, and our future of our country would be towards fitness. That's so great, Raju. Thank you so much. My next question to you is going to be, you've done masters in physical education, right? So we see in fitness, there are a lot of people who are not certified, or they are teaching, but yes, they are not educated. So as you've done masters in physical education, you've also been associated with the fitness industry for very long. What do you think, how important is education for the trainers, and how does it really help them become better trainers?
So definitely the education is most important. So when we talk about education, and another part is this taking the degrees. Okay.
Correct.
So when we talk about education, to do any task, any work, a person or an individual has to be educated enough to know the minor detailing of that particular subject. So when we say that, when we suppose now when we talk about masters in physical education, so masters in physical education, the whole curriculum has been developed to teach theory and the practical science to the students are at the higher grades in the school.
Right.
Okay, so that is more connected to that. So if someone definitely wants to be a teacher in a school and to teach the students those who are at higher grades, definitely the masters in physical education have got all the contents. Again, I am saying the same thing, not to get the marks in the mark sheet, to educate themselves. So even as I said earlier, I was actually I had not completed my masters. So I started because I thought that I learned what master's degrees curriculum had. When I realized it, okay, I have learned what the curriculum has given me, then I thought of pursuing the new one. So then later on I have completed any which ways. But the objective is to learn. Objective is to learn the minute detail of that particular subject before you taking up to the profession into it. Yes, definitely certification gives. So now today when we talk about the education can happen in Google, but the difference between a certification or certification and the learning from the internet is because you don't understand all the minute things if you do not do the certification. The certification, that is why it is becomes more important, because you learn A to Z, you don't miss out anything. So that makes you different than just learning from online portals. So I feel definitely the education is the most important part. It's not, I would not say just certificate and getting marks into it. Educate each and everything there in the curriculum, and then you go and serve your clients. So education is most necessary, definitely.
Very true. Thank you for sharing that, Raju. And really, you have
very
nicely defined.
So today, if you look at it, if you look at the statistics of the health and the fitness index, if you look at the developed countries, or the countries are good and have got the good number of people are healthy and fit, their physical education is very strong in those countries. If the physical education is strong, if the real value of physical education has been given at the foundation years, not the sports, the physical education part, they all will be fit and active once they grow up, once the kids grows up.
Super.
So this is what we should look at it.
So that's why. So SHAPE is playing a major role in improving the fitness and health index in India. And we really need that.
We are actually trying to do that. Yes.
Yeah. No, you're definitely. You are the one. I think you are the ones who started it, and I think you're pioneering it. The concept that you've got, I saw the animated videos. that you guys have developed. It is something amazing. Nobody has done this.
Thank you.
On that note,
Thanks a lot.
let's talk about fitness for kids now. So yes, there is a curriculum and all of that. Now, at what age do you think a kid should start exercising? Start thinking about
So
being
this is very
active and
interesting. So this is very interesting question. I tell the child when they're born, the next day they start exercising, they start learning things. Okay.
true.
The first teachers are definitely parents. They teach them a lot of things. They keep learning movement. The learning of the movement learning they start immediately the child is born. And once they
Correct.
reach at a point, okay, once they reach at a point, the
Right.
child can understand. Like the cognitive development just starts with the kids, like understanding
Right.
the speed, understanding understanding the movements. So once the kids actually start learning those things, then actually the physical education part comes in. When the kids
Okay. Raju, I think I lost your video and audio. Sorry, I lost your audio. Yeah, now you are. Yes, now you are. Right. Right. Correct. Correct. Right. Hmm. Super. Yeah. Yeah. True. True. That's so wonderful. Yeah. So rightly said, Raju. Such a wonderful thing. And you also, I really liked that how you said that yes, learning from Google is also possible, but why certification is important. That's wonderful. And yes, for the kids, till now I have heard people saying you say kids should start exercising at the age of 8 or maybe at the age of 5. But you have explained it so well. The kid starts working out immediately the next day, and his parents are the first teachers. That is so wonderful. Wow. So nowadays, right now, as kids are at home and they are studying from home, schools are in lockdown. What can we offer? I've heard Shape offers something for kids at home. Raju, I think we lost your voice. Mr. Deb, we've lost your audio. I think we are having some technical difficulties.
Let's just try once again.
Hello.
Yes, Raju.
Hello.
You are back. Yes. Tell me.
Yeah.
So
So
we were
exactly
talking
what
about
happened
the
today
kids at
because
home
of
in lockdown.
kids at home right now. So exactly. So what happened because of the COVID situation? It is very difficult for the schools to restart again. because the
Correct.
schools will be the last one who the industry is going to start because of this situation. And now the
Correct.
kids are at home. As we said that the learning should not stop. Even the kids are
Right.
not able to do at the school, they can practice all these skills at home. And
Right.
especially at the foundation years children, when the parents can be a part of their teaching and there is already content is available with us, so parents can continue doing the program at home itself. So basically today we see that the online education is happening, the kids are learning through online. But when it comes to
Right.
sports education, that should not go off, because that is the most
Correct.
even important part. And
Right.
we have the application where the parents can actually do these activities even at home, so children doesn't miss
Hmm.
out any part of education. Even the COVID
Super.
situation, it is there. So we are
So
offering
the
the parents
children are taken, yeah,
program
so
also.
children are taken care of even when the schools were in lockdown. So friends, all the viewers and all the people who will watch this video later on, uh, if you want to train your kids properly and teach them rightly and scientifically about health and fitness, please visit the website for Shape, and you will get all the details over there. Raju, if you can tell about your website.
So it's shapeindia.in. It's www.shapeindia.in is our website, or we
Perfect.
have the Facebook page also, Shape India. So it's a very common name, the Shape India, because we are in a mission to shape the future of
Shape
India.
Indian. That's so wonderful, so relevant, and such a wonderful meaning. Even the full form of shape is so nice. All right, Raju, that was a wonderful talk with you regarding the fitness of kids, and I hope we can do it once again later, maybe in the next further episodes.
Thank
But before going ahead, I would have a small rapid fire round with you. It is a small fun
you. Okay.
question answer round where I'll shoot questions at you and just spontaneously give the answers for the same. Are you ready for it?
Sure. Yes, I'm ready.
So you have trained a lot of people, maybe gymnastics, fitness, physical education. What do you enjoy more, training kids or training adults?
So I would say both, but if you want one, then I would say first adult.
Yeah, and why is
So
that?
because the adult, to explore or to do a new thing with the kids is little difficult than the adult. So because I am a person, we always innovate new things, new activities, new things for the clients. So
Superb.
the adults are the most easiest.
Your audio is also disconnecting in between. Yeah, it is fine. Let's move to the next question. What interests you more, weight training or cardio? Wow, super, super. So, what music do you generally prefer to hear when you exercise? Uh huh. Very nice. Superb. What would be your favorite dessert? Superb, superb. What has been the most touching and emotional experience with the student? You've trained members, students. So, uh, one experience that has come touch really your heart while training them. Okay. Uh huh. Okay. Uh huh. Uh huh. Okay. That's so wonderful. Right. Right. Wonderful. Su- Such a wonderful thing. Very nice. Thank you for sharing that experience with us. My last question to you would be, who's your fitness idol? Oh, so true, so true. The famous Khiladi. So true. And he is right now. He is taking care of his health so well. So many people follow him, and they are learning so many good things about being healthy from him. That's such a wonderful thing. He's making good videos for creating awareness about fitness also. Great. So Raju, that was a wonderful rapid fire round. Thank you so much for answering all of them for us. We missed your video today, but we hope let's do one more episode in the future and talk more about this fitness for kids, because it's really important. And yes, you guys are really shaping India. So wonderful. Thank you so much for making time and coming on the show. Thank you, Raju. Thank you for coming. Bye bye. Take care. That was Mr. Raju Deb.
With us. Really, such a wonderful initiative. The companies shape India, and they really are shaping India, because fitness awareness is and health and fitness awareness is so important for kids, and it has to be taught from the school days itself, from the elementary level, and that's what they are doing. Such a wonderful initiative. It is soon coming in the fitness industry also. So great. It was a pleasure having Raju with us. We apologize not to have his video, but there was some technical problem with the internet, I guess. Thank you everyone for being there online, and see you next Friday 5 p.m. at Fitness Talks with Anand with some new guests. Uh, this is on the platform of ISFS, that is ISST School of Fitness Sciences. We offer distance education and classroom programs for everybody who wants to start their careers into fitness, may it be a trainer or a nutritionist or an entrepreneur who wants to start his own business in fitness. Uh, just go to our website, that is www.theisfs.com. This program was in association with UHFF, that is United Health and Fitness Federation, the first official federation of fitness industry, and we are happy to be associated with them. Thank you, viewers, for being there. See you next Friday at 5 p.m. and Fitness Talks with Anand. Bye-bye.